You're probably wondering, why would he wear this scarf in this hot room? Well, I know something you don't know. I know where our next trip is, our next step in this journey. And it's going to be somewhere down south. We're not going to go all the way down there. We're going to bring it to you. We're going to take a trip to the South Pole. And if everyone's ready for that trip, you might want to button up your top buttons, because we're going there. And you will see the South Pole. If you will follow my friends, we're going this way, and we're going south.
Everybody's still making their way. I'm Julie Scardina, SeaWorld's Animal Ambassador, and welcome to Antarctica. Now, Antarctica, yes, incredible job here, because Antarctica is a land that is composed of 98% ice. It is the coldest, windiest, driest, and most unique continent on the planet. It is like being in another world. Of all the places that I've traveled to, Antarctica is the most incredible, the most different, and it's got the most amazing wildlife. Let me talk to you a little bit about our friends here in front of me. We've got a couple of different species of Antarctic penguins. We've got the gentoos, which are right in front of you. That's actually the third largest species of penguin there, coming down from the emperor and the kings. And these guys will nest right off of the shores of some of the islands on the outer parts of Antarctica, the same as these little guys with the cool headgear. Those are called Rockhopper Penguins. And they're probably one of the most distinctive species because of those cool feathers there. They're also one of the most active. So that's why they love being up high. They like getting a good view. They're going to use rocks and other materials to make a nest. And in the harshest conditions imaginable, they're going to mate and raise their young. Now, Antarctica is a place that is not easy to survive in, even if you are a penguin. Not all species of penguins actually are found in Antarctica. There are 18 different species of penguins, but only a handful can withstand the extreme weather and temperatures that are found there. And even so, it's still a very thin line between life and death. Antarctica is truly the land at the edge of the earth, and very few people get a chance to go there. I was very fortunate enough to be able to go last year and see what this incredible land was like. And we at SeaWorld are going to bring you closer than you ever imagined to Antarctica. So we want to tell you a little bit more about it. And my penguin friends here were wanting to say something. They're not too vocal right now. So instead, we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring Brian back, our creative genius, Brian, who's going to bring us into the realm of the penguin.
Absolutely. Thanks, Julie. I dressed appropriately. Everyone else looks a little cold. It's perfect for these guys. These guys love this cold weather, right? Well, as Julie mentioned, Antarctica happens to be at the bottom of the globe. How awesome does that sound? But outside of it being super remote and super cold and icy, it's actually a land full of amazing adventures and incredible stories that have never been told. So we went and we found all these stories, and we're going to tell them to our guests. And we're going to bring, in 2013, to SeaWorld Orlando, the continent of Antarctica to Central Florida. Get ready for it. It's SeaWorld's Antarctica, Empire of the Penguin. This amazing experience is best described as a world within a world. We are going to build the world of Antarctica in SeaWorld Orlando for our guests to experience and have the opportunity to do amazing things and step out onto the epic ice of Antarctica, which I think is the best way to describe a place that's made of ice. It's epic. In the center of this whole world that we're going to construct is one iconic attraction that can't be missed. There's many things to do, but there's one that can't be missed. And that iconic attraction, I can't tell you a lot about today. We're going to tell you more about that later sometime, but what I am allowed to say is that it will be considered Orlando's most thrilling family adventure. And the word family is incredibly important to this attraction, because much like our communities and our families as humans, these wonderful creatures have a lot of similarities to us, and we're going to learn how as a family unit we can survive and thrive in this epic ice environment. The ride will allow our guests to experience the wonder and the beauty and, of course, the challenges and the thrills of living in this extreme environment. And when I say extreme, I mean every single part of Antarctica will be there, including the temperatures. This will be the world's coldest attraction ever constructed, and it will be right here at SeaWorld Orlando. So, that's all I can talk about it. You can look at the logo some more. So in 2013, SeaWorld's Antarctica comes to SeaWorld Orlando, Empire of the Penguin. Who's ready to go?
Promise of a new area and a new ride coming to Orlando is always what everybody's really excited about, especially theme park fans. And in 2013, you're bringing Antarctica to SeaWorld. What does that mean?
Yeah, the easiest way to describe it is you take the continent of Antarctica on the bottom of the globe, which is made 98% of ice. And most people can tell you where Antarctica is, but they can't tell you what happens there. They don't know the stories, and Antarctica is rich of stories, and no one's really ever told them. So we went and found those stories, and we're actually going to bring those stories and that environment into Central Florida, literally transplanting the continent of Antarctica into Central Florida at SeaWorld Orlando.
So this area, or I guess you call it realms.
We call them realms, yes.
Here at SeaWorld. Well, first, where's it going to go in the park?
It's going to be located at the site of the old penguin encounter and all the surrounding area. So it's kind of cornered by Journey to Atlantis, Manta, sea lion, and otter. So that whole space, we actually have a big piece of property there hiding in between all those buildings that are there. So that's the footprint of the new expansion realm. And we're going to reorganize the whole area development around it.
So the current penguin experience that people have been familiar with for many years is going away, and Antarctica is moving in?
Correct. Yeah, we're saving some offices.
Okay.
Because they're in good shape. We're saving
so you walk into Antarctica and you see just ice around you?
Yeah, the ice, it's the largest rockwork package that we've ever developed, and it's got its own fabulous little story. I don't want to bore you with all the details right now, but we wanted to bring the scale of Antarctica, true scale, to Orlando. And so the space that the Antarctica is actually located in, it's a glacier formation called a Glacier Rift. That's where Antarctica is for us. That's the snapshot of the environment that we're going to build full scale in SeaWorld Orlando. So that means we're going to see ice up to 55 feet tall. We're going to see ice that is clear, and we're going to see ice that changes colors.
This is a major, major addition to the park.
It's really enormous. It is a true realm. We like to say it's a world within a world. It does live within SeaWorld, but once you enter it, you will be completely immersed in the land of ice, epic ice.
And then once you're inside, other than marveling at 55 feet worth of ice around you, there's going to be some sort of a ride?
There's multiple things that you get to do inside of Antarctica, and I won't tell you about all of them right now. We'll get to that later, I'm sure, when we release that information. But the center pin of the Antarctic realm is the ride attraction. And this ride was developed to provide us, literally we developed the script for the experience and the script for the ride for the guests, and then we went to our ride engineering team and said, hey, can you do this? And they came back and said, yeah, we can. We couldn't believe we could, but we could, because we had a lot of requirements and parameters for the ride. We wanted everybody to be able to ride. We wanted to be different occasionally when you ride it and have different experiences, and we wanted it to allow us to see the ice and the experience from the eyes of a penguin. And we want to put people in all those environments, physical environments that you'll be moving through as a rider and experiencing.
So you say it's a ride, you're going to be sitting and experiencing something around you, but you can't say any more about what exactly that is?
That's correct, that's correct. But it will be the coldest attraction ever constructed. There will be temperatures, there will be everything that's in Antarctica will be in this ride experience for the guests to experience. And they're going to do it all through the eyes of a very special little cute penguin who you're going to meet later as we move into launching more about the attraction.
It will be some sort of character related to the ride.
Very special little penguin, yes.
And you say it's the coldest attraction. What does that mean? I mean, are we talking freezing? Are people in shorts going to be shivering their way through the ride? Or?
We are true to nature, our company, and we take some liberties to make sure their entertainment always is included, but we wanted to bring that experience to the guests. So if that means being in freezing temperatures, that means being in freezing temperatures. If they have them in Antarctica, we have them in our attraction.
One more question. We're talking, grand scale, large expansions of theme parks going on in Orlando. Universal, of course, has the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Disney's working on the Fantasyland expansion. Antarctica, in the scope, in comparison to those, is it huge? Is it big? Is it along the same lines?
It's a full realm. So it's big. It's multiple acres of space that we're redeveloping as this new world, if you will, or realm, we like to call it. So it is equal in scale of those things, absolutely.